Hey, everyone, and welcome to the Prime AI podcast. If you're tuning in, I'm guessing you're in the online fashion world and probably battling those dreaded returns, especially the ones that are screaming wrong size. It's a pain we know all too well.
Absolutely. Sizing issues are a constant headache for online fashion retailers. 20 to 30% of online sales end up back at the warehouse. And over half of those returns are because something just didn't fit right.
It's a logistical nightmare and a huge hit to your bottom line. But what if there was a way to crack the sizing code and drastically reduce those returns? We've all heard about body scanning technology, but today we're diving into a different solution, Prime AI's e-commerce sizing tool. And trust me, this is not your typical tech fix.
You're right. This goes way beyond the usual approaches. You see, most retailers focus on the obvious costs of sizing errors, all those shipping fees and the hassle of restocking. But the hidden costs are even bigger.
Okay, now you've got me intrigued. What are we missing here?
Well, first of all, think about the environmental impact. All those returns mean extra trips for delivery trucks, more packaging waste. It really adds up. And then there's the impact on customer loyalty. When someone gets the wrong size, they're not just disappointed, they're less likely to trust your brand and shop with you again.
That makes a lot of sense. One bad experience can really damage your reputation. And speaking of brands trying to tackle the sizing puzzle, we've got a fascinating case study for you today. Have you heard of Aristocracy London?
I have. They're known for their luxury suits and shirts. They built their brand on providing that bespoke, tailored experience in their physical store.
Exactly. But when they tried to bring that same level of personalization online, they hit a wall, especially for customers ordering over the phone. It was nearly impossible to capture those precise measurements and fit preferences. They thought body scanning would be the answer.
And it turned out to be a bit of a disaster, right?
A total flop. It just didn't fit their brand image. Imagine you're a high-end customer, used to that VIP treatment, and suddenly you're being asked to download an app and take photos in specific lighting just to buy a shirt.
I can see how that would feel jarring. Not exactly the luxurious experience they were going for.
Not to mention, a lot of people simply don't want to go through all that hassle. Who has time to measure themselves in 3 different poses? It's intrusive and frankly kind of awkward.
Plus, there's the whole issue of data privacy. People are increasingly hesitant to share detailed body scans online, and rightfully so.
So body scanning was a no-go. But then Aristocracy London discovered Prime AI, and it was a complete game changer. Instead of asking customers to jump through hoops, they were able to give accurate size recommendations in under 30 seconds, right there on the product page.
What's remarkable is how Prime AI personalizes those recommendations. It considers the customer's height, their age, even their past fit preferences, to give them the most accurate advice possible. And it does all of this without requiring any extra effort from the customer.
And the results speak for themselves. Aristocracy London saw a dramatic drop in their return rate. That's a win for the business, a win for the customer, and a win for the environment.
But this raises an interesting question. Why does body scanning seem to stumble so often? If we take a step back and look at the bigger picture, some clear pitfalls emerge.
I'm all ears. Tell me more.
Well, first of all, the user experience can be a nightmare. We've already talked about the apps and the awkward poses. But even beyond that, body scanning just doesn't consider how different fabrics behave.
That's a really good point. A stretchy cotton t-shirt fits way differently than a structured linen blazer. And a body scan can't capture that nuance.
Exactly. And each brand has its own quirks. Their size medium might run small, or they might have a specific cut that fits differently than other brands. Body scanning simply can't keep up with all those variations.
So it sounds like body scanning is more about capturing a static snapshot of your body, while Prime AI is focused on predicting how clothes will actually behave on your unique shape.
That's a great way to put it. And because Prime AI is software-based, it's constantly learning and adapting. As new trends emerge, fabrics change, customer preferences shift. Prime AI is right there with them, ensuring those sizing recommendations stay accurate.
It's like having a fashion-savvy AI assistant working behind the scenes, making sure everyone gets the perfect fit.
Exactly. And here's another key difference. Prime AI integrates seamlessly with all the major e-commerce platforms. Shopify, Magento, you name it, without slowing down your website. That's crucial because every second counts when it comes to online shopping.
No one wants to wait for a slow website, especially when they're trying to buy something. So we've talked about how Prime AI tackles the sizing issue. And what about those hidden costs we discussed earlier?
This is where it gets really interesting. Prime AI doesn't just solve the sizing problem. It provides a treasure trove of data insights that can transform your entire business.
Wow, okay. Tell me more about these insights.
Imagine being able to see exactly which styles are popular with petite women in their 30s, or which fabrics are trending among Gen Z shoppers. You can see which products are performing well with different age groups. Identify customer segments for hyper-targeted marketing campaigns. It's like having a crystal ball that shows you exactly what your customers want and how to give it to them.
That's incredible. It's like taking all the guesswork out of running an online fashion business.
Exactly. And Prime AI goes even deeper, giving you valuable feedback on sizing demand and return patterns. You can see which sizes are most frequently ordered and returned for each product, which helps you refine your inventory and reduce waste.
This all sounds amazing, but I have to admit, I'm a bit skeptical. It seems almost too good to be true. Are there any downsides to using Prime AI?
Well, like any technology, it requires some initial investment and integration, but the long-term benefits far outweigh the upfront costs.
And what about the ethical implications of collecting all this customer data? Is there a risk of crossing a line or making customers feel uncomfortable?
That's a valid concern, and it's something Prime AI takes very seriously. They are committed to using data responsibly and transparently. They only collect data that customers willingly provide, and they never share personal information with third parties.
That's reassuring to hear. So ultimately, what does all of this lead to? What's the bottom line for retailers?
It's all about conversions and customer loyalty. When shoppers feel confident about sizing, they're more likely to click that buy button and less likely to abandon their carts. And when they receive a product that fits perfectly, they're more likely to become repeat customers and recommend your brand to their friends.
It's a win-win scenario. Happier customers, fewer returns, and a healthier bottom line for your business. And it seems like those data insights can help you make smarter decisions about everything from inventory to marketing.
Precisely. It's about moving beyond a one-size-fits-all approach and embracing the power of personalized data to create a shopping experience that's tailored to each individual customer.
It's like bringing that bespoke aristocracy London feeling to the entire online fashion world. But instead of relying on expensive tailors and in-person fittings, you're using cutting-edge technology to achieve the same result.
That's a great analogy, and it brings us to an interesting question.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What is it?
Beyond reducing returns and improving conversions, how could you use these data insights to create an even more personalized shopping experience?
That's a good one. I'm not sure. How would you approach it?
Imagine being able to anticipate a customer's needs based on their past purchases, their browsing history, even their style preferences. You could recommend products they might love before they even know they want them. You could create curated collections tailored to their individual taste. You could offer personalized style advice or virtual styling sessions.
Wow, you could really start to create a sense of individual attention, even in the vast world of online shopping.
Exactly. And that's the power of Prime AI. It's not just about fixing a problem. It's about unlocking a whole new level of customer connection and business growth.
It's like you're saying Prime AI can help online retailers bridge the gap between the mass market and that personalized boutique experience.
Exactly. And let's not forget the sustainability aspect. By reducing returns, Prime AI is helping retailers minimize waste and their environmental footprint.
That's a huge bonus, especially in today's world where consumers are increasingly conscious of the impact that purchases have on the planet.
Absolutely. So to wrap things up, it sounds like Prime AI is more than just a sizing tool. It's a game changer for the online fashion industry.
I think you're right. It's a whole new way of thinking about online retail, one that puts the customer at the center and uses data to create a more personalized, enjoyable, and sustainable shopping experience.
And for any online fashion retailers listening who are still struggling with returns, Prime AI is definitely worth checking out.
It could be the key to unlocking greater customer satisfaction, increased profits, and a more sustainable business model.
And on that note, we've reached the end of our deep dive into Prime AI, but the conversation doesn't have to end here.
We'd love to hear from you. What are your biggest challenges when it comes to online sizing and returns? And how do you envision using data to create a more personalized shopping experience for your customers?
Head over to our website or social media channels to share your thoughts and join the conversation. Until next time.